Hi Steve, tell me a bit about what you do.
Hi, I'm Steve from DezignD Interiors. We're general builders. We cover everything from the concept all the way through to design and carrying out the builders' works to completion.
What changes have you seen in terms of the property market, refurbishment works and things like that since post-Covid?
Since post-Covid, we've had quite a lot of an influx of inquiries over the last 2 to 3 weeks. We've managed to sort of carry out some surveys, obviously carrying out social distancing and abiding to Boris's rules. We've got a couple of jobs on the go at the moment where again we've got access to empty properties, so that's been great for us. But yeah, in general, I've seen quite a lot of people wanting to refurbish, extend garden space, taking out windows, putting in French doors, opening up the houses. So yeah, there's also been quite a lot of interest in buying again, so which is always good to hear. So more people buying means more work for us.
Yeah, and you've been with me today just pricing up this job on this beautiful 3-bed semi, and we are looking at an extension on this. Are investors still extending properties and spending as much money on the spec at the moment? I mean, back in the day they used to just spend, you know, as minimal as they could with, you know, brown carpets and no underlay. Well, that's the kind of market I was used to about 15 years ago. Are they still spending good money on properties, good spec?
I think there's quite a few investors still out there now which will invest. And they're listening to the consultants, they're listening to the advice they get. They are looking at doing smaller extensions, opening up houses, and making the space a lot more modern, contemporary and more livable, and then being able to flip them a lot quicker.
Yes, so I noticed there'd been quite an uptake in extensions and doing big works to property recently, as opposed to just doing carpets, kitchen and bathroom. I'd noticed people are taking out walls and making living areas into beautiful spaces. Do you think that's because of the uprising like television programmes? That's what I'm putting it down to.
I think obviously, well, recently a lot of people, families have been spending a lot more time at home, and I think they've sort of seen the positives and the negatives of their properties. So I think it's made people think about their home living and the space, and especially with kitchen spaces as well, because a lot more families are spending more time in the kitchen and want that open plan space, more dining experience, and doing a lot more home cooking than takeaways.
People want a bigger living room to do Joe Wicks PE in, don't they?
Well, yeah, we've tried that once in a while, but yeah, we try and stay away from Joe Wicks.
What's the average spend that an investor would put into refurbing a property?
It all depends on the size of the property, really, but you know, we've been looking at things from sort of 15 all the way up to sort of 50 grand. You know, all depending on whether it's a semi, whether it's detached, the condition of the house, what needs doing. So yeah, it is quite varied from sort of 10 to 50 grand.
Yeah. Do you take on jobs that are maybe people who just want to titivate, or are you looking for jobs that are kind of like the whole hog?
No, we'll take on anything from sort of a day's work to 6 months work. So we had an inquiry last week where somebody just moved and they wanted some new skirting boards and new architraves. So
yeah,
again, another job where we're just going in, sorting all the doors out after the carpet fitters have been in and took all the doors off and left them around. So yeah, we're quite sort of versatile in what we do.
In terms of the spec, when we're looking at properties, then I'm always falling in love with places and picking out features, and then I'm always like, oh, we need a really nice feature light fitting, in this hallway, because somebody's got to walk into the property and love it, especially if it's a flip project. You have to try and fill it with as many beautiful features as you can, really, so it gives the estate agent something to put on the marketing brochure, doesn't it?
That's right, yeah, that's what we call the Elaine Bradbury touch. So yeah, the ABI, the Elaine Bradbury Interiors. So yeah, we've got to go all out when it's a job for Elaine to make sure everything's 100%.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for your time today, Steve.
Thanks, Elaine.
If people want to reach you, where can they find you?
They can get us on social media, on Facebook at DezignD Interiors, or they can email us direct on DezignD Interiors, which is spelled DezignD Interiors.
I know. Honestly, we've not had a wine. We've not even had a coffee this morning, have we?
But yeah, or again, just contact us through Elaine. That's probably your best bet.
Fabulous. Thank you, Steve.